We just had some lightning over there, but I didn't hear the thunder. Some of these little trees are rocking because I can feel my hammock lifting up and down a little bit, but we're building up a little bit of water on that end there. It's because my hammock is too. Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Where are we at and what are we doing? Well, where we're at, we're right near this water tower. Now this water tower has got a fence that goes around it that's actually no trespassing, private property on the other side of that fence. So we ain't going in there. It's got barbed wire all around it. So we're just about 30 yards off the main road. There is a trail to come up here for the water company because they come several times, maybe a week, to check that tower. But where we're camping is just right over here. And it's about 6:30 right now, and it is gonna be raining tonight. So I wanted to come to a spot that I could get into the woods just a little bit, not be too far, for a quick overnight adventure. So this spot here, I've already seen a couple trees that I can use. It is gonna rain. I think it's gonna start somewhere around 8 p.m. It was raining on my way up here, but we got a little window where I could get up here and not get too soaked. But let me show you what I'm thinking here. And some of y'all that have been longer than 2.5 years with the channel, you will know that I was up in this area, actually in this spot, about 2.5 years ago. It has changed actually quite a bit. There is an ATV trail right below us, and so there's a nice steep drop off there. I don't want to get anywhere near that. But we've got a dead branch. I got to check this because it might have deteriorated more. Oh, the sun's peeking out. I hope we get the rain we're expecting. But this was a dead branch. And the last time that I was here, I couldn't move it. But after 2.5 years, it might have rotted more. It's wiggling. Yeah, it's gonna go. All right, so timber. Well, almost timber. There we go. That got caught up on that branch. Come on, get down off there. There we go. Oh. Whew. This stroke side's a little rough sometimes, keeping my balance, but that's good. That can't actually fall on us. So what I'll do, maybe I'm gonna go a couple different trees because some of the vegetation has grown up pretty big. Oh, look at that, mountain laurel, pretty cool. Yeah, I'll move that in a direction that won't be affecting us. Let's see. Let me put it over here for now. Because I'm thinking I can use this as a guardrail so I don't fall off the bank. So we're gonna kind of angle it right there in that crotch of that tree and then put it on that rock. So that should stop me if I go to fall. Some other stuff. Get all that stuff out of the way. So we have dead branches hanging in trees right above us. Let's get rid of those. And then we're gonna get this backpack off and get our camp started. That'll work good. All right. So there is another dead tree right there, but it's not gonna fall. It's actually got a pretty big base on it. It's hung up on that tree, but there is that bent tree right there that goes up over. So that'll keep us from having that fall on us. So it is calling for high winds. Get a little bit of gusts every once in a while, but for the most part, I think we'll be pretty secure. And anytime you get to a site, always look up and around you, see where the dead trees are, hanging limbs, things like that, because if wind does come, they can fall, and it's called a Widowmaker. And I know Miss 2.0 doesn't want to be a widow, right? All right, well, I better get set up because that rain's gonna come. Watch it not even show up. I hate when I do that. Talk about the rain, and then it goes north of us, south of us. Maybe we'll get lucky tonight, right? Because I need to sleep in the rain. Love hearing it. All right, let's get busy. So mountain laurel is the state tree of Pennsylvania. I like them. I like their flowers. What I don't like is tripping over them. So the roots or the branches, sometimes some of the small ones have branches that are very low to the ground. And yeah, they're little foot grabbers. And I don't want to fall that way, down over the bank. Oh, that wouldn't be good. So what I'll do is I'm going to set up the continuous ridgeline because we are doing a tarp tonight. So I'll get that set up, and then when we're ready to hang the tarp, I'll bring you back. But I am going to use this tree right over here. I think this is the one I'm going to go with. And I'm going to see if we stretch out over to that real big one over there. So I got the ridgeline hung up. We're just going to put our tarp, snap it into place, and then run it out. I just heard some thunder way out there. I don't know if it's going to go south of us or what, but that is south that way. Yeah, a lot of branches in our way this time. I'm gonna feel way better once this tarp is up, and knowing that we can get under it if it starts pouring. All right. Okay, get that last corner. So I got the tarp up. It started raining, so I pulled you in the tarp. But look at this. So I've got a mountain laurel right here and a mountain laurel right here. So we got nature inside the tarp, so they'll stay nice and dry. Hopefully we will too. But I've kind of got it pitched like so the rain will run right off. Yeah, when I'm laying in a hammock, I'll still be able to see out, so that's good. All right, now we got to get the hammock set up. Okay, I got the hammock up. I still got it in the snake skin. I'm trying to figure something out because there's something I noticed about this real big tree that I was planning on hanging on. Look here, when I put the strap around the continuous ridge line, I noticed that a lot of it is dead. I mean, it's a very vibrant tree, but you got all these stress cracks and it is leaning. So what I did is I went on the smaller one right next to it. Actually, I don't think my straps would have fit all the way over to here, or else I had to move everything this way. But looking back, it's going to be interesting. But the tarp is high enough, but I'll drop the hammock out of there and we'll give it a sit and see how it is. But yeah, you can see it's kind of on an angle as it comes down from that tree. And then we've got this side of the tarp up pretty high, and the other side we kind of go right down, but it's a nice look right there. It did sprinkle, but it's kind of stopped now. But let me get this unfurled and see how it works. If we can keep it like this or not, I hope so. Okay, let's give this thing a sit and see if we got it right. Now this is a pretty long distance between trees. That strap's almost all the way out. There's about that much left. This side we got plenty, but I don't want to have to move the whole thing that way. But I think, yeah, we're good. Oh man, I tell you, it's amazing. Getting this set up before any rain, when you got the thought that rain's coming and you see it raining and you get it all done, now we can slow down. All right, let's get to camping. I stepped out from our trees because the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. You can see the tops of the trees there blowing a little bit. But I wanted to give you a look back at our camp. We're right inside of that hole. I do have a string of lights on at the bottom of the tarp, but look down the power line. So it looks like we're still good. It is definitely cloudy though. But right back here is our camp. There you go. There's our tarp, all set up, disguised in amongst the foliage. And then I've got the lights on under there. So a quick walk back. We're gonna look underneath. So that looks like a pretty good place to sleep tonight. What do you think? I really hope we do get rain after putting this tarp up, because I like sleeping without a tarp in the woods. It's just something about it. You can see all around you and everything. But this light here, that's gonna help when it gets dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. But what are we having for dinner? Oh, by the way, I got our backpack hung up right there. So that's hanging from the strap. That'll keep my head lower than my feet, and that'll be good. And then I got our little Leatherman tool hanging right here, and then on the other side of this organizer I've got our light in case we need it, flashlight and stuff. But yeah, what are we having for dinner? Well, I'll tell you. Well, I tell you what, so you can tell it's dark right now. You would not believe the amount of lightning, thunder, and everything that I filmed along with our dinner. I heated up my water, and if you're wondering why you didn't see any of that, I'll tell you why. So, what are we having for dinner? Well, I'll show you in a second. But first, I heated up that water, but I got the tarp all set and everything. We've got storms coming. I was showing you the radar and talking about it. We walked outside the tent. I showed you a light that we got there underneath the tent. I got the table all set up, everything. Waiting on this storm because thunder and lightning storms do really, really good. So I'm excited. It is raining still. We got more storms coming, but I got some really great thunder and lightning all in slow motion. I thought, well, I'm just gonna look while I'm eating this here. I'm just gonna look to see if I could hear the thunder and lightning. We had lightning crack right over here, right over there. Maybe we'll get it again. But I went to go listen to it on the camera, and I'm moving like this. It was all in slow motion, and I can't speed it up so you could see it in regular motion because it filmed in slow motion. I must have hit the button from low light to make sure it was on low light because you wouldn't be able to see me, it's too dark. And I must have bumped it over to slow motion. I've done that in the past. I know a couple other creators did it in the past, but man, that was some good stuff. So let me tell you what you missed while I was doing all this other stuff. So I did the burner with the pot. I boiled water, and I got the so at Walmart last week in that video, we go inside. Remember, I got the showed you the steak, and we walked down. I showed you the hot dogs. Well, I had said these are really, really good. They were the uncured marketplace hot dogs. So there's 4 in a pack. So I heated the water up, it's boiling, and I said, hey, well, hopefully this is done before the rain comes. And then crack, thunder, I took the lid off and started eating the dog, and I'm down to 2.5 dogs. Well, I ate 2.5. So this is what they look like. And I showed you this other thing here. I'll show you that in a second. But look at that dog. These are some great dogs. They're the uncured ones. And I'll go through this all again, but this is the Nathan's mustard, the original deli style. Miss 2.0, highly recommended this. She said there's only a couple ingredients. Look at that. Oh, I think we got a little bit more thunder there in the distance. Yeah, it was in the distance, and then it creeped up on us, and then crack, went to lightning. But look at that dog. That mustard looks delicious. So as you know, I don't eat bread. I'm carnivore. So, and usually I do a cheese bun, but for the last 9 days, I haven't had any dairy at all. No cheese, no creamer, no heavy whipping cream, no nada, nothing. So I'm just doing strict beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And these are Angus dogs. Yum. Four in a pack. Am I gonna eat them all? So I was doing that to say, hey, there's 4 in a pack. Am I gonna eat them all? Stay tuned to watch. Well, I recorded so much stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, we still got a long night, and it is raining. So we're supposed to get more rain later on, and hopefully more thunder and lightning. But I got 4 dogs. Am I gonna eat them all? I don't know. I'm getting pretty full, but then we only got 1 left. All right, so I'll let you know if I eat it. Probably will. I'm kind of hungry still. All right, well, I'll bring it back. And I'm going to check this to make sure it's not in slow mode. We just had some lightning over there, but I didn't hear the thunder. Some of these little trees are rocking because I can feel my hammock lifting up and down a little bit, but we're building up a little bit of water on that end there. It's because my hammock is to the side, so that I got to get that water off of there. But this is the last bite of the dog. This is the 4th one and the final one. We're gonna do a little mustard on it for the last bite. All right, salute. So we ate them all. Oh, I gotta get that water. So I'm building up a little bit of water on that tarp. One of the things that I did not do is I didn't put the tarp over top of the continuous ridge line, and because I got my hammock set on a little bit of an angle, it's getting a pocket built up right there. I can manage it, but if it rains all night, I'll have a little bit of trouble with that. But I think there's something I may try to do to alleviate that. All right. Well, if not, it's not the end of the world. There were some good dogs. If you ever get a chance, go to Walmart, get them. They're the uncured ones. And they make another pack. Like, I get the big ones, but they make another pack with the smaller dogs, and there's more of them in it. All right, yum. Good deal. So I'm gonna work on putting my stove away. I emptied our hot dog water, but I actually drank some. It was like some warm tea. It is 71 degrees out. It's supposed to get down to, what, 57 tonight? That was a weird sound out there. Huh. 57 tonight. The last I looked at the thing, I think around 10 or 11. So when the gusts of wind come, it picks me up and then sets me down, because I'm on two fairly smaller trees. So when they blow with the wind, you kind of lift up and down with it as it goes. Pretty fun. All right, so I'm gonna put all my stuff away. It's one thing I do at camp. Like if I get something out, I'll use it, but then I always put it away, get it cleaned up and stick it away and pack it, because you never know what may happen. You may have to leave quickly and you want to just grab stuff that's already packed and throw it in your backpack. A bada bing, a bada boom. Quick. Yeah. It's supposed to get heavier. I hope we get more lightning and thunder again, because I love storms. I don't know about you, but anytime there's a storm coming, I like to get out and sit on the porch and watch it go by, or just be somewhere where I can see it and hear it. It's just so amazing at everything. Yeah, my hat was really quick. Oh, real quick. So this is one of the, I showed last week at Walmart. This is one of the newer shirts from the shirt series. Check them out. That one's a good one. In fact, I'll tell you what. Why don't I give a t-shirt away? So put down in the comments, t-shirt. A T-shirt. Or just T-shirt. So, oh wait, maybe it's got to be the same way, because the comment picker only picks one thing. Don't put a dash between T and shirt. Just go T-shirt. Or you know what, even better, shirt. Put shirt in the comments. I think. I'll tell you what. I'll let you know tomorrow morning. I'll think about it tonight. What would be the easiest way to capture everybody so that we can do that. You know what? Let's not even, well, I don't know. Let's do that. I was going to say don't put anything in, and I'll just pick a comment and then send you a shirt. And you get to pick the shirt. I'll let you know how we'll do it in the morning if we make it. Yeah, we should make it. All right, I'm just looking at the radar here again. So this one here is the clouds and radar. So you can see it dropped a couple degrees. It's 69 degrees Fahrenheit right now. 91% humidity. That's why we're getting this storm. But we got a cool breeze blowing through right now. That's so good. And then, so you can see the band right there. We're still in it. The worst of it's past, but it looks like we're going to turn into some clouds. We got a lot going on north of us, but we are in a good patch right now. And then down further there's some, but so far so good. Yeah, kind of liking it. Hope you're enjoying it as well. All right, well, I'm going to keep sitting here. I was going to say I'm going to keep cleaning up, but I got everything all cleaned up. And we got a little bit more light on. I did turn the strip lights on there. That's actually a ridgeline light that goes on your ridgeline, but I thought I'd put it down along there so it casts towards me. But look at our Oh, mountain laurel. Our mountain laurel is nice and dry. It's probably enjoying it under here with me. I don't need it yet, but I am gonna have to get my puffy on in a little while if it keeps dropping temperature. Because like I said, it's supposed to get down to 57 degrees. I may or may not need it. Because I got my top quilt, and that really keeps you nice and warm as long as you stay underneath of it. Yeah, my hat keeps getting turned this way. Yeah, that's because when I stand up, I hit the tarp and it pulls my hat. So, and then I don't check it. All right, get that sucker on there right. Yep. I am just laying here in the hammock. I think the only rain that we hear now is just what's dripping off the trees. But there is a potential for more rain later. I'm just going to keep laying here. I still got the light on over here. Our Ridgeline light. That thing's neat. So it lights us up kind of okay. But I just like seeing the underneath of the tarp. Yeah. All right. Well, I am going to lay here for a little bit. I'll bring you back once I'm ready to go to sleep. And if it does stop completely, I want to just walk out the outside of the... I may be able to do that now. Yeah, if I can get up. Because it's too comfortable. I want to show you the outside of the tent. Not tent, tarp. Our camp. Yeah, and that thing. I stepped out from our little spot in there. You can see the tarp lit up underneath there. And turn our light on. But there you got all the trees, all the leaves. They're all soaking wet from that rain. And then I look over at the fenced area. It's amazing how the camera shows the sky. You can see it's still raining a little bit, but it's not raining like it was. But it is 10 o'clock and that sky looks kind of, doesn't look as dark as what it actually is. Yeah, this is a nice spot. I'm liking it. Yeah, see all the rain on the leaves. They're all soaking wet. And my feet are wet now too. They were nice and dry, but it is very dry underneath here. Got the water on the tarp. We're gonna have to dry this off in the morning because we don't want to pack it up wet. All right, I'm gonna go back under here and keep just hanging out before we go to bed. There's our abode. That's a pretty nice looking camp, right? If I don't say so myself. Very nice. You know, it has been 2.5 years since I've been here, and just looking at this fallen tree, someone actually cut that off right there. I know I didn't. I left this place pretty much as it was when I left here, but someone cut that off. It's actually a good thing they did. If not, well, I don't think we'd be able to have the tarp like this. Very interesting. Well, I am in bed. I've got our top quilt right here. So that's, I think that's all I'm going to need. I don't think I'm going to have to put the jacket on, but you never know, maybe in the middle of the night. The wind keeps blowing, gusts of winds comes through, and I think that's mainly what I hear hitting the tarp right now. But you did see a little earlier when we were out looking at the outside with the flashlight, there is mild rain, some scattered, here comes some wind now. I can hear it blowing through the treetops. Every time it does, then you hear more hitting the tarp. All right, well, I think that's going to be it until morning. But we do have a potential storm about 1 a.m. If it happens, I will turn you on and we'll ride that thing out together as well. So I don't know, lights out, see you in the morning, unless we got a lot of rain. All right, coming. We'll see. See you in the morning. Good night. Lights out. Ooh, it's nice and dark. It's 6:01 and I'm going back to bed because that tarp's got a ton of water on it and it's got to dry. So I'm going back to bed. Well, I think I better get up. It's still wet. So I'm gonna have to get up and shake it off, try to dry it off a little bit, and then, but I'm not really in a hurry to go anywhere. But I do gotta get up. So it rained pretty much most of the night, but I think a lot of it was just falling off of the trees. It did get pretty windy again last night, but that other storm just north of us, so we didn't get the thunder and lightning again for the second time, but it was fun. All right, well, I am gonna get up and I will let you know what to put in the comments here in a minute, but I gotta go find me a tree. Well, it is 8:30 in the morning. We got wind blowing through the trees. That's gonna help dry the tarp out. So what should you put in the comments? Just make a comment and I'll pick a comment. You don't have to put t-shirt or shirt or anything like that. I'll just pick a comment with the comment picker, which will probably be not in next week's video because this video's got to come out first and people got to comment. It'll probably be in the week after, but we're gonna give away a t-shirt and then you'll be able to pick the shirt that you want and I'll get it sent out to you. But I think I got to get up and get rolling. I was going to make a cup of coffee, but you know, I think I'm going to have a electrolyte this morning. So I'm going to add one to my water because I got a little bit of a cramp in my calf this morning. And I was like, uh-oh. It was, it almost was emergency style cramp. And if you've ever had an emergency style cramp, you'll know what I'm talking about. You want to get up and everything that you do, it doesn't go away. So I was on the verge of that like that. So we hear the birds chirping and yeah, the wind's pretty strong through the trees, but I don't really feel it that much here. So it did get down to 57 degrees last night, but I was fine underneath this top quilt here. All right, well, I better get up and get starting to pack away things. I don't got too much to pack, but all right, here we go. Okay, there you have it. Camp's all done. Let me show you what it looks like back here. We got it all back the way it was. So you always want to practice leave no trace. The only thing I want to do yet is I have this branch here. If you remember last night, we put this one in the tree. I'm going to move that to a different spot off to the side, and we will put that back if we ever come back here again, because that was a good guardrail so we didn't fall over the edge. But yeah, spot's all clean. So there are some local people that might recognize this area, and I do want to say that if you come up, this is our camp spot, not just mine, but I just want to ask that if you do come to the area and you camp in one of the spots that I've camped in because you saw me camp in it, please leave no trace. Let it the way it was when you got there, and when you leave, just take your stuff and your feet and yourself and your memories, because we want to keep these spots as clean as possible. So that we can keep doing it, right? And then we leave it good for someone else. So with all that said, remember, it's just one adventure at a time. And if you can't get out and have your own adventure, keep coming along with me. I think we're having an awesome time. All right, well, I got to get out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do because I've got a trip planned. You'll have to come along on next week's adventure and see where we ended up. All right, well, I will see you on the next random adventure. Tony 2.0 out. So let's get to the next adventure. All right, here's some videos, maybe a playlist, another video, whatever YouTube chooses for you. That'll be that one right there. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.